for those of you who do not know, I've been doing vehicle wraps for about 5 years now. And yeah, about 4 or 5 years. And today I will be showing you guys how to professionally install a front windshield banner. And by professionally, I mean professionally in my terms. So most of you guys out there don't get all butthurt and say, oh, that's not professional. Well, that's the way I do it. And there's a couple of ways to do it. I'm going to show you guys 2 ways on how to do this. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to explain to you guys how to do it another way if you don't have the tools that you need. So yeah, let's get to it. I'll show you guys the tools I'm using and the tools you can use. So let's get it. This job we will be using a blade, squeegee, tape, knifeless tape, and alcohol or some form of cleaning solution. You really don't need the tape or the knifeless tape. This is just like personal preference, and I probably won't be using these. Blade, you need squeegee. One word of advice about the squeegee: do not drop it on the floor like I did, because it will pick up dust and it will scratch your wrap. So yeah, let's get this going. Alright, so what you want to do first is clean your windshield, of course. You want to make sure you clean the edges really well so you don't have any lifting issues. Another thing you guys want to do is cut your material to about 11 inches. This is a 60 inch, this is off a 60-inch roll. So what you want to do is cut about 10-11 inches off of it, so that way you get it right on point and you don't have to worry about having too much material to work with. So about 11 inches is always a good size to go with, and that's what I do with most of the vehicles that I put this on. So what you want to do is tear off a piece of this vinyl and stick it on so it stays on there. A lot of people use tape, but I don't. I just tear a piece of the vinyl and throw it on there. So we don't want to go too low on this, so I'm going to go about 9 inches. So as I told you guys earlier, you guys could use tape, and instead of tearing the material, you guys could just tape it up if you guys feel better. If you guys feel better or safer doing it that way, then go right ahead. I'm going to tack it in the center of the windshield. So now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and trim all this excess off. So I go ahead and tack it here in the center as well. So if you guys are using tape, you would obviously put a strip of tape down the center of the windshield. And I will be using this tool, but since most of you don't have this tool to cut the paper, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it with the blade. So the way to do this with the blade is you lift this up and you cut facing away from the window, because obviously you do not want to scratch that. Let me give it one quick wipe down. And then you do it till it's like glass and like mirrored with no wrinkles, so that way you know it's straight in the way you set it down. So you want to move the squeegee back and forth, start from the center and work your way out to get all of the air out. And if you're using air release material, you don't need water, as I'm using right now. And even if you get a bubble, you could just like push it out with your finger, but just like back and forth pattern, either up or down, but just always start from the center and work your way out. And then you go ahead and lift up the paper halfway, wipe it down again, pull the paper out, and again, make sure it's mirrored. So once the vinyl is on, you want to lift it up slowly and squeegee the edges in. So I squeegeed in the edges right here. And usually the knifeless tape is you lay it right on the edge of this molding right here, and then you just go ahead and cut it and tuck in the rest of the vinyl that's left, about 1/8 of an inch. So you would go ahead and lift that up and tuck it in, but since I just replaced the windshield, I don't want to mess up the molding, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. You guys need to cut lightly if you haven't done this before, because it'll tend to go on the molding. So now we go to this side and we do the same. You want to put the material slowly, and you want to tuck it in, especially right here on the edge. You want to lift it up, like keep lifting it up here, because it usually tends to leave like a bubble, so you want to keep lifting it up. Make sure you get it all in there. And for those of you that don't know what knifeless tape is, it is clear green tape with a string in the center that will cut the material. So you guys would want to lay it on the edge of this molding here, and it would cut about 1/8 of an inch over, so you guys would be able to tuck the rest of that material in. Just to give you guys an example of how this works. So let's say that you lay the vinyl down and you want to cut it, and this is, pretend this is your banner. So you get the piece of string, you put your finger or your thumb on it, you fold it, and then you pull. Sometimes it does that, it doesn't work. So now that it's on hitting the material, you put your finger there and you pull. And just like that, it cuts the material. And then this would be the part you tuck in. Alright, so now we're gonna install this windshield sticker over the banner. So what you got, and then for this one I'm using tape. You guys could do it the other way too, but I would suggest not to, because the decal will get stuck to the banner and it will be, you have a chance of ripping it or tearing the actual sticker. So I will not do that in this case. I will use tape. And where is my measuring tape? And you want to peel it off slowly. Make sure none of the letters are coming up or off, because if, let's say, this edge starts peeling with the paper and you keep going, you're going to end up ripping it. So just be very careful when peeling this transfer tape. So that is it. That was a short video of how to install a windshield banner on your car. And this is just for those of you out there that want to do it yourselves and you quite don't know how, or hopefully this will give you a few more tips if you do know how, on how to do it yourself. And as you guys can see here, I got a brand new carbon fiber hood. I forgot how to pronounce it, but it's like Fujita, or I don't know what it is. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, that's what it is. And the car is looking like crap right now because obviously it's not wrapped, but once it is wrapped, it will look amazing. And I have my little kids here, my babies. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys want me to show you videos on how to tint your corner lights or your turn signals or whatever it is you want to see up next, go ahead and comment down below and I will make sure to do that for you. And I will also be showing you guys how I wrap my car and giving you guys a few tips here and there on how to do stuff. So with that being said, hope you guys like the video. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and once again, at range, keep on rotating. Peace.